Have you ever wondered who the richest women in the world are in 2024? The elite circle of female billionaires includes some fascinating personalities. From savvy businesswomen to heirs of corporate empires, these ultra-high net worth individuals wield remarkable power and influence. Their stories are truly inspirational, showcasing how women are breaking barriers and claiming their rightful place among the world's financial elite. Now let's get right into the list of the top 10 richest women in the world for 2024. Number 10. Abigail Johnson. Kicking off our list of the richest women is Abigail Johnson, with a net worth of $23 billion. As CEO of Fidelity Investments, Abigail helms one of the largest asset management firms globally, overseeing $4.2 trillion in managed assets. She owns around 24.5% stake in the company, started by her grandfather in 1946. Abigail joined Fidelity in 1988 as an equity portfolio manager. She worked her way up to president in 2012, before being named CEO in 2014. Under Abigail's leadership, Fidelity has cut costs, delivered innovative products like no-fee index funds, and expanded into lucrative sectors like cryptocurrency. Outside of Fidelity, Abigail serves on the board of several organizations, including MIT Corporation. She owns a $27 million oceanfront mansion in Nantucket. The Harvard MBA holder is married with 2 children. Her wealth and business acumen secures Abigail's spot among the richest women in 2024. Number 9. Iris Fontbona. Ranking 9th is Chilean billionaire Iris Fontbona, with a net worth of $25.5 billion. Iris chairs the powerful Fontbona Group, which includes several leading businesses in Chile spanning mining, forestry, shipping, and manufacturing. She inherited the conglomerate from her late husband, Andronica Luksic, who built the empire along with his Croatian immigrant father. Following Andronico's death from cancer in 2005, Iris took over as chairwoman. Under her leadership, the group has expanded to generate over $20 billion in annual revenues today. Iris owns the most shares of one of the largest copper mining companies worldwide, Antofagasta POC. She also controls Quinenco, Chile's biggest brewer and producer of Coca-Cola. The Fontbona Group has stakes in global brands like Nestlé and HSBC. Away from business, Iris focuses on philanthropy. She has made generous donations to charitable causes in education, poverty relief, and the arts. The billionaire widow has 6 children and keeps a low public profile. Number 8. Mackenzie Scott. With a net worth of $27 billion, American novelist and philanthropist Mackenzie Scott claims the 8th spot. Mackenzie is the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, to whom she was married for 25 years. After their divorce in 2019, Mackenzie received 25% of Bezos' Amazon shares, giving her a 4% stake in the e-commerce giant. She also got voting control of those shares, making her Amazon's second-largest individual shareholder. Born Mackenzie Tuttle in 1970, she studied under acclaimed author Toni Morrison at Princeton University. She went on to work in research and as an assistant to Morrison after graduating. It was as a junior at hedge fund D.E. Shaw that Mackenzie first met Jeff Bezos. They married in 1993, just as Jeff was about to start the company that became Amazon. Mackenzie was one of Amazon's earliest employees and key to its initial success. While Jeff built the technical side, Mackenzie handled administrative duties like accounting early on. She took charge of Amazon's shipping department, helping oversee the massive logistical operations that enabled Amazon's rapid growth. Her role in Amazon's early days was critical, though often overlooked. After her 2019 divorce settlement from Bezos, Mackenzie retained a 4% stake in Amazon. Her net worth stands at $27 billion, making her one of the world's wealthiest women. Beyond business, Mackenzie is an accomplished author in her own right. She has published 2 novels to positive reviews, including her debut book, The Testing of Leather Albright. A Princeton graduate with an English degree, Mackenzie has first-hand experience in the literary world through her writing, and as Toni Morrison's former assistant. She is also a dedicated philanthropist. Mackenzie has already donated over $12 billion to hundreds of organizations supporting vulnerable communities. especially during the COVID-19 crisis. She signed the Giving Pledge, committing to give away the majority of her wealth during her lifetime to advance equity. Her fortune, large charitable gifts, and literary talents have cemented Mackenzie's global influence. Number 7. Suzanne Clatton. With a net worth of $27.7 billion, Suzanne Clatton is the richest woman in Germany. Suzanne owns 50.1% of chemical giant Altana and almost 50% of automaker BMW. She inherited stakes in both companies from her father, industrialist Herbert Quandt. Altana evolved into a world-leading specialty pharma firm under Suzanne's strategic oversight. At BMW, she sits on the supervisory board and is the most influential shareholder. Suzanne also invests in tech startups through Scan, her venture capital company. Born in 1962, Suzanne Clatton grew up wealthy thanks to her industrialist father Herbert Quandt. He rescued BMW from bankruptcy in 1959, which became the source of the family's wealth. Suzanne earned a degree in business before working at various firms to gain experience. She also served as a trainee at BMW to learn the auto business. In 1983, Suzanne's father transferred his 50.1% stake in the chemical firm Altana to her. Under her management over the next decades, Altana pivoted into pharmaceuticals and became a global player in specialty chemicals. Suzanne focused on R&D and acquisitions, transforming Altana into an industry powerhouse with $2 billion in annual revenues. She also helped turn around the specialty chemicals company Lanxess. In addition to her business activities, Suzanne Clatton is a dedicated environmentalist and philanthropist. She has donated to medical research and promoting a sustainable society. Suzanne prefers to maintain a low public profile, but there is no denying her vast wealth and influence. With stakes in BMW and Altana worth over $27 billion, she is one of Europe's wealthiest businesswomen. Number 6. Gina Rinehart. Australian mining magnate Gina Rinehart places 6th with a net worth of $28.9 billion. Gina chairs Hancock Prospecting Group, which oversees a sprawling iron ore mining empire founded by her father Lang Hancock. Born Georgina Hope Hancock in 1954, Gina inherited her father's mining assets after his death in 1992. She transformed his small business into one of the world's largest iron ore mining conglomerates. Under Gina's leadership, Hancock Prospecting Group boomed on China's huge demand for iron ore. Its flagship project is the massive Roy Hill mine, which Gina doggedly developed over a decade, beginning in 2004. Faced with the 2008 financial crisis, many bankers pulled financing. But Gina persevered through royalty deals and loans from Asian investors. Since starting operations in 2015, Roy Hill has rapidly grown into one of the world's largest iron ore mines. In addition to her mining assets, Gina Rinehart has major stakes in several natural gas companies and huge cattle stations. Her wealth briefly plunged during the 2015-16 commodity crash, but has since recovered on surging iron ore prices. The billionaire is known for her controversial views and an epic legal battle with her own children over access to a family trust worth billions. She has advocated for worker wages to be cut to $2 per day to compete with Africa. Gina promotes climate skepticism and vehemently opposes mining taxes. She developed close ties with right-wing figures and supported Australia's rise as a natural resources powerhouse. Gina herself leads a lavish lifestyle with vast real estate holdings, private jets, and yachts. She makes headlines for her outspoken political stances and legal skirmishes. But there is no denying Rinehart's business drive and management talent. She inherited mining assets yet built Hancock Prospecting into an industrial behemoth with her own vision and investment acumen. Number 5. Miriam Adelson. At number 5 is American-Israeli billionaire Miriam Adelson. With a net worth of $32 billion, Miriam is the widow of casino mogul Sheldon Adelson, who passed away in 2021 from cancer complications. She inherited half of Sheldon's fortune and his 55% stake in Las Vegas Sands, the world's largest casino company. Under Miriam's oversight along with the existing leadership, the casino giant continues to deliver strong growth in Asia. Born in Tel Aviv in 1945, Miriam met Sheldon while working as an internist in New York. Sheldon had built a fortune from casino resorts and convention centers, starting in the late 1980s with the Las Vegas Sands. Miriam married Sheldon Adelson in 1991. She took an active role in supporting her husband's business interests, as well as social and political causes. The Adelsons became top donors to conservative politicians. With Sheldon's passing in 2021, Miriam inherited around half of his $33 billion estate. This includes his 55% stake in the Las Vegas Sands Corporation and extensive global real estate portfolio. Despite her immense fortune, Miriam leads a low-key lifestyle out of the limelight. She is a physician who specializes in treating narcotics addiction and maintains a strong dedication to medicine along with managing her inheritance. The Adelsons have donated over $500 million to charitable causes, many linked to medical research and Jewish organizations. Miriam carries on Sheldon's philanthropic vision fueled by her vast new wealth. Number 4. Jacqueline Mars. American heiress Jacqueline Mars is next on our list with a net worth of $37 billion. She owns around 1/3 of Mars Incorporated, the world's largest candy company operated by her billionaire family. Jacqueline is the daughter of Forrest Mars Sr., who took candy maker Mars public in the 1960s. She worked at Mars for nearly 20 years before retiring from its board in 2016. Mars is best known for massively popular confectionery brands like M&M's, Snickers, Skittles, and Twix. The $35 billion in annual sales food giant remains under the ownership and management of the Mars family. Jacqueline's son Stephen Badger serves as chairman of Mars, keeping it under family control. While Jacqueline is no longer involved in operations, she continues to profit handsomely from Mars' success. Born in 1939 in Virginia, Jacqueline grew up wealthy thanks to the family candy empire founded in 1911. She studied at Bryn Mawr College, but later dropped out. Jacqueline worked at Mars through the 1980s and 1990s, even as she raised a family. She served on the Mars board for 20 years before stepping down in 2016 at age 77. Aside from Mars, Jacqueline owns a working organic farm in Virginia dedicated to land stewardship and agricultural research. She breeds award-winning horses and operates an equine sanctuary. The heiress is also involved in philanthropy, benefiting historic preservation, the arts, and more. She lives a private lifestyle on her farm away from the limelight that wealth can attract. Jacqueline Mars manages her fortune prudently, even as Mars continues its sweet success. With her immense candy inheritance, she secures her place among the world's richest women. Number 3. Alice Walton. Ranking third is Alice Walton, daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton. She has a net worth of $54.4 billion derived from her 13% stake in retail behemoth Walmart. The world's largest company by revenue, Walmart rakes in over $500 billion annually. Alice's brother Jim chairs the board, while another sibling Rob Walton previously chaired Walmart until 2015. Unlike her brothers who have prominent roles at Walmart, Alice has focused more on curating art. She founded the acclaimed Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in her hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas in 2011. The museum features works by legends like Andy Warhol, Norman Rockwell, and Mark Rothko. Its collection spans 5 centuries of American art heritage. Alice spent over $1 billion developing Crystal Bridges into a world-class art institution. Born in 1949, Alice Walton studied economics and finance at Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas. She began her career as an equity analyst and money manager in the 1970s and 80s. In 1988, Alice founded Llama Company, an investment bank, which she ran until its closure a decade later. She then turned her focus to art curation and collecting. Alice enjoys the outdoors and owns luxury ranches in Texas, as well as a vacation home in Mexico. She has faced some criticism over her lavish lifestyle and past DUIs, but there's no denying Alice is one of the most powerful heiresses on earth, thanks to her immense Walmart fortune. Her wealth and influence in the art world is remarkable. Number 2. Julia Koch. With a net worth of $58 billion, Julia Koch and her children rank as the second richest women globally for 2024. Julia is the widow of billionaire industrialist David Koch, who passed away in 2019. She inherited a 42% stake in Koch Industries from David. The conglomerate owned by the Koch brothers generates over $115 billion in annual revenues from diverse interests ranging from pipelines to paper towels. Julia also owns multiple luxury homes across the U.S. worth hundreds of millions, including a lavish Manhattan penthouse. She worked as Adolfo's assistant before meeting David Koch at a party in the 90s. The couple was known for donating hundreds of millions to medical and cultural institutions, including Lincoln Center and the Smithsonian. Julia serves on numerous art museum boards as the family continues its prolific philanthropic initiatives. Despite her vast wealth, Julia maintains a low profile and focuses on raising her children rather than seeking publicity. Number 1. Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers. At number 1 is Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers, the richest woman in the world with a staggering net worth of $83.5 billion. Françoise is the only child of L'Oreal heiress Lilliane Bettencourt, who passed away in 2017 at age 94. She inherited her mother's 33% stake in L'Oreal, making her the reigning heiress of the world's largest cosmetics group. Françoise and her family own 33% of L'Oreal stock and control over 50% of its voting rights. Under Françoise's stewardship, along with CEO Nicolas Hieronimus, L'Oreal continues to dominate the global beauty industry with brands like Maybelline, Lancôme, and Garnier. The French cosmetics giant rakes in over $32 billion in annual revenues today. Aside from L'Oreal, Françoise is an accomplished author who has published several books on Greek mythology and other topics that interest her. She is also a classical pianist. The heiress is intensely private and rarely gives interviews or makes public appearances. Françoise focuses on philanthropy benefiting medical research, the arts and more alongside her husband and children. Her vast L'Oreal fortune combined with her intellectual pursuits solidifies Françoise as the wealthiest woman in the world. Conclusion. That concludes our list of the top 10 richest women in the world for 2024, from savvy entrepreneurs to powerful heiresses. Their incredible wealth shows that women are reaching the pinnacles of business success. These ultra-rich ladies are not just beneficiaries of wealth. Many took the reins of empires built by their families and led the companies to even greater growth. Their business acumen, investment foresight, and passion for giving back have cemented their spots among the financial elite. I hope you enjoyed this insightful look at 10 of the richest women in 2024. Let me know in the comments which billionaire story you found most interesting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.